Yes. People, what we saying? I've got to change that alert box thing. Bear with me. What we saying, people? How's everyone's weekend been? Hold on. How do I change that? Hold on. Pause. Can I now change it? That's weird. That is weird. Can I change it? How do I change it? What's happening, people? We're getting them in. Let me ring the big dog.
You have to press reset of the clock. You have to reset it. There's a button next to play, which is reset.
Are you watching me?
Yes.
Hello, Shagger. Is it what?
You have to press reset. There's a button next to the play button, which is reset. It's like a backwards arrow.
Next to the play button?
On the timer, yeah.
Yeah, I've pressed reset on the timer.
Have you got that down to 0?
Yeah, it's down to 0, yeah.
Perfect. And then what are you worried about now? You can't change the
CFC to AFC. I'm clicking CFC and cope. I'm clicking on it, but it's not letting me change it. But I don't know why. Because customize. I'm an idiot. Don't worry. We'll shove it as ARS or AR.
Just arse. Yeah.
Arse.
Just add the E in.
Arsehole.
Yeah. Just any of the above really.
Any of the arses. We put him in red. I'm live now. Well, you know I'm live, don't you?
I do know you're live, yeah.
I've literally just got back from the gym. This is a real bit of behind the scenes footage that everyone are accessing right now because we're live on YouTube. Let's reset that scoreline. They're definitely not 1-0 up. Arse 0-0.
Yeah.
First half. Then all I've got to click is play, isn't it?
Yeah, it's simple. Easy as that.
Chat's going wild for you. Anything you want to say to these lot? Why is Cole Palmer not in the starting lineup? Because
apparently he's injured and apparently he's got diarrhea again. Enzo Maresca talking about his arse.
Have you? Is that it? He's got the shits.
No, I think he is. What the majority of people are saying is muscular fatigue, which you know a lot about.
Yeah, is that a wanking injury?
yeah, probably. How am I feeling about this game? I'm a little bit worried after seeing the lineup where the goals are going to come from. If I'm being completely honest, how are you feeling about it?
I think we'll smash them.
Yeah, great.
3-0. Toxic positivity vibes.
Who's gonna score?
No, I actually think. Do you know? I'll give you lot my match prediction, and then you can quickly get it from Josh. If you haven't already watched the preview, what are you doing? But if you haven't, let's say what is a sort of scenario that we would forgive them for, Josh? If you've got your dog's been run over, and therefore you haven't been able to watch the preview, then that's fair enough. And if you haven't watched the preview, you don't know what our prediction for this match is. And it may have now changed because of the fact that the personnel's changed from what we assumed it would be. I'm still going Chelsea come out, look very good, right, from the start. Not a boring first half. Look very good for the best part of an hour of playing the better football. Take a 1-0 lead. And then, unfortunately, the pessimist in me tells me that Arsenal get a set piece in the latter stages of the match and it ends up a 1-1 draw. Mr. Aveste, what you going with?
I'm going to go with the same result, but a different way. I reckon Arsenal go a goal up in the first 15 minutes, and it's a Sanchez mistake. And then I think we randomly get a goal or a penalty. I'm going to go, here's my prediction. I'm going to go Enzo Fernandez penalty goal in the 83rd minute.
Ooh, tasty. But he may well not even be on the pitch in the 83rd minute.
He will, 100%.
Yeah, nah, he will.
Yeah.
Right, listen, I will see you after the game.
Can't wait.
See you in a bit, big dog.
Have you told them about that?
Yeah, straight away after the game, people. The stream goes down. Me and Josh go up to Barnes. Not to Mars. To Barnes. And then we're going to be doing a post-match review. So let's fucking hope we win. Right, I'll speak to you in a bit. In a bit. Who's the big dog? Oh, I'm excited! Come on, Chelsea! It's a fucking big one. This is a big one. That's what she said. Right. What are we saying in terms of, like, positioning? Normally, what I do when I go live is I say to everyone, is the audio all right? Is everything all right? Are you all right? Am I all right? What's this? This is a picture, right, that my daughter drew me, or coloured me, of Shrek. So, there you go. Little bit, you know. It's not. She's hardly fucking Picasso, is she? But it's a nice gesture. Right. How are we gonna do this? How are we going to do this? That's the most important thing. Rule number one of life is how we're going to do it. Do you know what I like? I like the fact that a lot of people, and I don't know why I'm saying I like this, because it's a bit shoddy, really. But I like the fact that a lot of people are pros at this game, you know, they've been live streaming years. They know exactly what they're doing, when they're doing it, from the start, from the setup. Mate, I go live not even knowing how to set the clock. I go live not even knowing how I'm going to watch the game. But that's just how we do it round here. That's how I like it. That's how the hardcore like it. And that is my biggest concern, really. Oh, sorry. I am just trying to set this up so that I can see you, lovely people, the chat, and the game. You know, Super Sunday, when you watch it on Sky and it goes, "You'll never stop this, I will never let you go." Don't you think that's shit compared to "Let's make this moment last"? Does anyone remember what I'm on about? The old Sky thing used to be, "You're my last breath, you're a breath of fresh air to me. In your arms I feel so run to the moment." Does anyone know what song? Yeah? Do you know? Chat, come on. Let's make this moment last. That was the banger. And then the Carling Cup. Who remembers that? The Carling Cup was, "'Cause you make me feel, yeah. Right. Chat. Get involved. When I'm watching the match, I'm going to be watching the match. When I'm watching the chat, I'm going to be watching the chat. Owens, you fucking legend. Owens is the man. Although he never puts in his super chat whether he prefers it pronounced Owens or O9s. I think it's Owens. I don't know why. But if it's O9s, then you got to let me know. Right. O and then 9, like space 9 and space S, and then I know. But however it's pronounced, sorry, he's an absolute fucking legend. Because he's always in the super chats. He's always in the chat. He's always on the stream. More importantly, I've got a sneaky feeling we win this game. Ooh, So do I, my friend. So do I. Now, right? I forgot, and this is my bad. I forgot to put it up that we are live on YouTube on my Instagram. So I need to put it up. Did anyone see my fight announcement? I announced that. Done a video for that. That's on the channel. There's a video on the disappearance of Madeleine McCann up on the Josh and Joey channel today. So, yeah, it's all fucking going off, is what I'm trying to say. It is all going off big time, right? There's videos left, right, and centre. There's a live stream now. There's me and Josh getting in the studio. It's 50 likes, but there's 214 of you in here. So smash the like button. Get on the likes if you can right now, because I can see it going up, so I can see whether we're doing it. Smash the like button. 100%. Right. Hold on. Let me... do it so I can get it up. Just got to get this up on my Instagram. Get some more people in here. Right, people, we're live right now for Chelsea against Arsenal. We're going to put the nail in the coffin. We are going to officially end Arsenal's title race. Make sure you join me live. Hit this link below, right here. Right. Let's make this moment last. Score predictions, people. I want score predictions. Come on. A lot of people being optimistic. A lot of people don't think we're losing. And I don't think we are. I don't think we're losing. Chelsea are still awaiting the results of Mykhailo Mudrik's B sample. Weird. Joey, who do you think's going to win the cup final? Newcastle or Liverpool? I believe that Newcastle would have had a better chance if Liverpool hadn't have just gone out of the Champions League. Because I think, you know, you're fighting on all cylinders and prioritising that to some degree. But I am back in the Geordies. How are you, the lads? I'm back in the Geordies. I think Newcastle are going to win it. I want Newcastle to win it. Listen, when I think of Liverpool, I think of Luis Garcia and the lack of goal line technology that was needed in that fixture. I think of Jamie Carragher and the lack of not being a complete twat that he has about him. So there you go. There you go. Benson stealing viewers. What do you mean? George Benson stealing my viewers. Listen, I think a lot of my viewers were George Benson's viewers long before they were ever my viewers. George is a OG of the game, and he's been going years and years. So yeah, he'll always be getting more views than me, George. But it's not a competition. Do you know what I mean? We're a family. We are the Chelsea community. Me, Benson, Eunice. Football therapy. Who else is there? Matisse. Obviously Josh. Yeah, all Rangers 2 up against Celtic. Super chats come in. Linus. Big up, Linus. Good to hear from you, my friend. Palmer out. I don't know how I'm feeling about Badia Shield starting. Up the Chelsea, though. I'm feeling alright about Badia Shield starting, you know. I think the Benoit Badia Shield's been very, very decent of recent. So I think that a Benoit Badia Shield start is a good thing. I'm not, you know, pessimistic in the slightest about that. However, I think that we would all be lying if we said that we didn't want Cole Palmer in the team. Yeah, maybe he'll... I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not any less confident. I don't know. I'm confident. I think we can do something here. Blue Lions TV, sorry. What about Rory Jennings? He's not a Chelsea channel. I'm talking Chelsea channels. Linus, thank you very much. Obviously, all the super chats, I'll be reading them out immediately as they come in. Other than that, I've got to be keeping an eye on the game. The game's here. The super chats are here. So, well, the chat is here. I just heard a big bang. Everything all right? Babe? Fuck knows. Sure, they're all right. Joey, how do B samples work? Usually a lot quicker than they're working out for this process, I'll tell you that. Usually your B sample comes back straight away. Usually a B sample comes back within 30 days, but the B sample works in a way that is taken from the A sample. You literally are handed a cup to piss into. You're given the cup. The guy from UCAD, the drug testing agency, watches you take your boy out and wee into a cup. Yeah? So if you're not comfortable with being watched, then tough luck. Because he'll watch you do it into a cup. And then you pour half into one tube, half into the other tube. Seal them in 2 separate bags. You seal it, you sign it. No one else has touched it. Right. Martinelli, Marino and Trossard. That front line doesn't scare me. But Rice, Partey, Odegaard does. And we know that Arsenal's defence is good. For Chelsea, we have Robert Sanchez starting in goal. Not too sure on that. I think it's going to be a flat back three, really. Wesley Fofana, Badiashile and Levi Colwell. Cucurella in the middle with Reece James and Caicedo. And Enzo Fernandez, I think, will be slightly in front of them. Jadon Sancho on one side, Christopher Nkunku with obviously Pedro Neto as the false 9. Leonardo, thank you very much for the super chat, my friend. Reece, captain, our captain. Yes, Reece James, absolute fucking legend. I think that we've gone very much so to try and make sure that we can win the midfield battle here today. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for this one. Right. Let's get the clock ready. Woo! This is a big game, innit? This is a big one. Big one for Chelsea. What is everyone's number one thing that they want to see from this Chelsea side today? Mine would obviously, first off, be a win. But if we're on about individual things, no mistakes from Robert Sanchez. Very, very important to me that there are absolutely no mistakes from our goalkeeper. That is essential. Robert Sanchez, you need to be on it. You need to be on the ball today. I've heard a super chat's come in. I will get to it. The game's about to kick off. There we go. We're going. We're going. Arsenal hoofing it long. Long ball FC straight away. Boys FC. Private King free. Yes, you can get a shout out, mate. I'm sure you commented that in the last one. Private King free, yes. Shout out Private King free. I don't know what it means or what it is, but it is what it is. Until it isn't. Right. I'll tell you what. I thought the Pedro Neto put a shift in on Thursday night. The whole front line are going to need to put a shift in today. We're going to need to press, try and force mistakes out of Arsenal. Because let's not kid ourselves, right? Arsenal are the side that, regardless of the injuries they have, yes, they have key injuries. They have Saka, their main man, out. Kai Havertz, they've got out. Obviously, Sterling can't play against us. He might have featured, he might not. And the Arsenal into the Chelsea box. They've just won a corner. Good defending there. So a minute into the game and Arsenal already with the first corner of the game. Yeah, the Sky commentary that I'm listening to here are talking about Thomas Tuchel's England squad. Good to see Reece James back in there. Couple of weird inclusions in there, like having Jordan Henderson in there, but not having like Morgan Gibbs-White in there is wild for me. But you know, never doubt Tommy Tuchel. Never doubt the man. Never doubt him. Declan Rice to deliver the ball in. Timber tries to get ahead on it. Nowhere near the goal. Yeah. Nah, we were fine with that anyway. Chelsea playing out from the back here. And giving away straight away. That's not a good sign, playing out from the back, giving the ball away with the sort of first opportunity of doing so. Oh, chance for Arsenal here. Oh my God, Trossard with a deflected shot. Could have gone anywhere. Could have gone anywhere, really. That's that can be a bit worrying, can't it? Really, those sort of shots. Mate, it didn't come far off. Takes a deflection off Reece James's chest, I believe. Didn't come far off, but Cucurella wins the header against Martinelli. But again, Arsenal so far, first 3 minutes or so, dictating most of the possession. Chelsea just need to get a hold of the ball and get a feel for it, get it moving about. But again, you know, we've seen a trend of poor first halves recently. I don't believe that in this first half we'll be able to come in at 0-0 at half time, let's say, if we do have a poor first half. Because I think this Arsenal side, even with the front line not being as strong as it could be on other occasions, I think they've still got enough to get at us, so we need to do something. Boys FC, I love you, Joey Knight. You are my idol. Boys FC, I love you too, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. Shout out, Boys FC. Really appreciate that, mate. Top man. Challenge from Caicedo. I think that's a Chelsea throw. Yep, there we go. Enzo Maresca is growing the beard. What do we think of the beard? Do we like the beard? Do we not like the beard? Not mine, Enzo Maresca's. I don't mind it. Since the sort of bad run of form, and obviously the bad run of form in terms of results, picking up a little bit now, but in terms of performances, you know, I don't really think we've really played well in quite a while, right? And I don't know whether that was a foul. Since the bad run of form, obviously, you know, it sort of combines with Nicholas Jackson coming out of the team. I believe that Cole Palmer is far worse without Nicholas Jackson in the team. Does Enzo Maresca use Manscaped? I'm not sure. But he's a good looking bloke, Enzo Maresca. Misfits Madness, what's happening? I'm good, bro. I'm good. Thank you. How are you? Joey Knight, best Chelsea creator out there, especially with the big dog. Thank you very much, the Scots. Now remember, I believe that if Caicedo gets a yellow card in today's match, then he misses the next two. Another super chat just come in. Thank you very much. It's come in from Joey. Not myself. I'm not gifting myself, but thank you very much, Joey. Appreciate that, mate. Just looking at the screen now, there's a chance for Chelsea to break on Arsenal, but not really taking that opportunity. Using the opportunity to take a hold of the ball, pass it around a little bit. Levi Colwell being the sort of central out of those defenders. Back to Robert Sanchez now, under pressure, and probably going to end up with the ball being given away. Yeah, there we go. Joey, time to hit the bong and watch the best team in London. Up the Chelsea. Keep up the good work, mate. Thank you very much, Joey. I'm in camp for a fight. Wish I could hit the bong myself, my friend. But none of that in camp. Not to say I do it out of camp. No, I haven't smoked. I haven't inhaled smokes from the age at Chelsea. Cut that out there with Caicedo. Now we've got to move this on quick. We've got to be quick about it. Pedro Neto on the edge of the box. Ball goes back to Reece James. Reece James to Sancho. Now worked up the side to Cucurella. Oh, bad ball from Levi Colwell, looking for Sancho out on that right wing. Yeah, I haven't smoked since the age of like 22, and I'm 30 now, 31 this year. So yeah, I used to be a big smoker, but haven't inhaled one bit of smoke since the age of like 22, maybe 23, maybe. But yeah, I used to smoke even when I was boxing, like early doors. I was well unfit. But yeah, stopped smoking years and years ago. And would never again. Would never smoke like a vape, nothing like that. Yeah. Chelsea counter-attack to save Joey from snitching on himself. No, I love a little edible outside of camp. I love a little THC edible. Nothing wrong with that. Outside of camp. It's not breaking the law, is it? Or is it? It might be in this country, but it shouldn't be. Ridiculous law. Oh, good cut out well there by the Chelsea defence. Back to Robert Sanchez, taking his time on the ball. What a shit fucking error from Robert Sanchez. Straight away, passes out, and he's forced to make a save there. An error within the first 10 minutes. Someone in the chat called it. From Robert Sanchez. Passes the ball straight to an Arsenal man. Now we're on the attack. Oh, what is that? What is that? We shit the bed there. Had a chance to counter-attack. Robert Sanchez has fucking loads of time. Just hoof it. And you're passing it straight to Martinelli. He's able to get a shot off. What is that, man? What is that? Wesley Fofana. He gets goal side of him. Gets a shot off. Sanchez almost fumbles that. Yeah, bit of hate from Robert Sanchez coming into the chat there. I would have picked Jorgensen. We put Jorgensen in our starting lineup for this game. I wanted to see Jorgensen in goal for this game. Don't know. Errors leading to goals in the Premier League. He's got the most this season, Robert Sanchez. 5. Let's remember, he's rotated with Philip Jorgensen. Jorgensen's had, what, at least 5 Premier League starts this season. So all the other goalkeepers that are high up on that list, they've probably not had the same amount of starts as Robert Sanchez has. And Jorgensen's, you know, I don't know. And you know when you do errors leading to goals, yeah? Well, he's on 5, right? But you see what just happened there? Where he saves the shot from Martinelli. That doesn't go down. That doesn't go down in the stats. It might go down as error leading to a big chance or whatever. But but it's not an error leading to goal. So those things don't go down on the stats. So although he leads in errors leading to goals, in terms of he leads with 5 errors that have led to goals being conceded this season in the Premier League for Chelsea, not good enough. When you look at the scorelines of how we've been beaten this season, it ain't like we've been getting spun over by fucking 3 goals and 4 goal margins. Been losing by a goal when we have 2-1 to Villa, things like that, right? So I know he didn't play in that game, but errors leading to goals, 5 goals. That's a lot of points you've cost us. And then there's ones. Oh no, from Cucurella, that was bad. Oh, cleared off the line, and then hit over by Declan Rice. Cucurella fell over as the ball comes into the box there. Cucurella gets goal side of his man. Watching it back now, he gets goal side of his man. He chests it down. He probably thinks it's enough to put it out of play, but Arsenal are straight onto it, and it's good work from, I believe, Fofana to get goal side. Then Levi Colwill hits it into the head of Reece James, and it's Declan Rice who goes for the screamer, hits it over. They're saying it could be a pen. Why would there be a pen? Nah, no handball. Fuck that. Fuck's sake. Giving away the ball too easily again. Come on, Chelsea. We need better than this. You got better quality than this. I understand Arsenal are further on in their evolution than we are in terms of a rebuild. Rice having a shot from range. Took a deflection on the way through, it looked like. But it's too easy. Too easy. Does Sanchez get a hand to that? Doesn't take the deflection. Sanchez doesn't get a hand to it either. Yeah, not looking good so far. Not looking good so far. So they're saying it came off the arm of Cucurella. I think he's falling down. Don't know. I'd probably appeal for it. If it was an Arsenal player that had done it. So maybe I'm looking with blue tinted glasses. I'm happy with the decision of no penalty, obviously. But would I appeal for it? Probably. By the way, chat. Oh, nice bit of play there on the wing from Jadon Sancho to keep onto the ball. Then the foul is committed. That'll be a Chelsea free kick. Now, people, not if, because he's not on the pitch. Cole Palmer is not on the pitch. If we win a penalty, who are you having take it? Who are you having take the penalty today if we were to win one? Look, the Sky Sports commentary are showing that Cucurella thing. The Sky Sports coverage showing the Cucurella incident over and over again. Get over it. He didn't get given. Alright? Chelsea to whip the ball in here from the free kick. Looks like it'll either be Pedro Neto or Reece. I'd have Reece with this in. Yeah. Overcooked. Too much on it. Come on, let's try and keep that in. We got that. Yep. Good from Sancho. Nice. He's always got good ball retention. Sometimes hangs on to it a little bit too long, but he does retain the ball quite well. And there you go. Just as I say it, curse of the commentator, loses out. In Nkunku, they're saying. Reece James, Enzo on penalties, 100%. Oh, dear. Robert Sanchez. He's long balled it this time, which is all you can really ask of him. It is all you can really ask of him. We need to be quick to get on these. Look there. Why are you stopping? I get the foul's been committed. All right, it's a head injury, but, you know, I've been punched in the head many a time. I'm not complaining. Yeah, it's nothing too bad. Yeah, there you go. Commentator said it right. It's part and parcel of the game. What happens there? That's fair enough. Check the chat quickly while he's down. Do you think Sanchez would take a good pen? It wouldn't surprise me. Anyone remember, or some of you might not have been born, but Euro 2004 quarter-final Chelsea, England played Portugal, and the Portuguese keeper, what was his name? Rui Costa? Was it Rui Costa? He took his gloves off and saved the penalties without wearing gloves. He took his gloves off for the penalty shootout, I believe, but he took a penalty himself. So Enzo Fernandez has to quickly come off. It's the letter of the law, the rules, that if you go down with a head injury, suspected potential head injury, you've got to come off the field for a sec. How long would these fellas last in a ring? Rui Costa weren't a goalkeeper. Yeah, who was the goalkeeper? What was his name? Rui Costa, yeah, I knew that had come from somewhere. Who was the goalkeeper? Who was that goalkeeper in 2004? Obviously not Rui Costa, just the names in my head. Here we go. Sanchez, got to hold that. You got to hold that. You got to hold that. Rui Costa was the cam, yeah. See, when Sanchez comes for that, man, he gets a hand on it, but you just... That's why not come for it. There you go. Oh, fuck's sake. No good attacking play from Chelsea so far whatsoever, 17 minutes into this game. Ricardo, that must have been it. I've never hated a Chelsea player before this season. Rui Patricio? Yeah, it could have been Rui Patricio. Or was it Ricardo? I don't know. I know that Portugal side had Ricardo Quaresma that day. Don't know if he started, though. Don't know if he started that game. Chelsea really not sprung into life or doing anything at the moment. Martinelli getting past Badiashile too easy there. He gets the ball into the box. Luckily, it meets the Chelsea man first, but Cucurella has to put it out for another corner. And this is another opportunity for Arsenal. And you don't want them racking up them corners when you've got a goalkeeper who is a bit of a liability. Well, it is a liability. And look, Cucurella did the right thing to put it out for the corner. But at the same time, you don't want to be conceding corners when you've got a goalkeeper who's suspect at best. And just doesn't... You know what I mean? Concerns me, man. I know in the second half of the season, the set-piece goals have dried up for Arsenal, but they still know what they're doing with it. One 0 Arsenal, Mikel Merino. Set-piece goal for Arsenal. Mikel Merino. Header. Robert Sanchez, you've got your arms on pushing the player back, That ball is of no fucking height. It ends up touching the goal line as it goes in. That's how low that ball ends up dropping in. Sanchez, that's on you again, you shit. Shit keeping from Robert Sanchez there. I'm not being harsh. That's shit goalkeeping from Robert Sanchez. How can you get beat by a header from a corner and that header drops on your goal line? And it's not like you've even come out and attempted to fucking get a fist to it and pump it away. You just got your back on an Arsenal player. Fucking shit, mate. Just as shit-balled as you were with hair. You fucking idiot. And I don't even want to put it all down to Robert Sanchez, right? It is down to Robert Sanchez, by the way. It's been one-way traffic. But Robert Sanchez there, shit, in terms of where he was and how we've conceded that goal. But it's the team as a whole. It's been one-way traffic. It's been pretty easy for Arsenal to dominate this match. And if ever there was a time to go to the Emirates and play Arsenal, it was now with the injuries they have. Saka being out and whatnot. But yeah, nothing. Making it too easy for him. Nkunku there tracks his man. Doesn't try and win the ball. Just tracks his man. And usually you get a response from a goal, and it doesn't look like we're even getting that here. Here we go, Chelsea on the break. But again, given away at the first opportunity. Straight back to Arsenal, who have a spring in their step. The goal has incentivised them. You know what I mean? Here you go. Wesley Fofana and Declan Rice having a bit of afters. Rice is complaining. He's hurt his arse. To be fair, you're right, it's not a good challenge, but Rice gets up and pulls him. I mean, it's the little stamp after. Oh, they're VAR in it. They're VAR in it. Oh, God, if we went down to 10 men, it'd be awful. It would be awful. Go with the on-field decision. You didn't think there was anything wrong with it. Go with the on-field decision. Move on from it. Come on. There you go. You've accepted it. Get on with it. Is what it is. Another set piece for Arsenal. 23 minutes into a game that they've completely dominated so far. Chelsea not really putting more than 3-4 passes together. No meaningful attacks, anything like that. Just been defending, really. Nkunku winning the ball there against Trossard. Puts it out for an Arsenal throw-in. And I had a feeling about today, and it was a really good feeling. And so far, what I'm seeing, I'm not liking. Because when we do get the ball here, this is where we need to be able to really do something on the counter-attack. But Pedro Neto, he's got no one coming with him. And it ends up being a backwards pass, and it just gives off vibes of we are shitting ourselves. Goes back to Robert Sanchez. Robert Sanchez gives the ball back to Arsenal. Here we go. Enzo Fernandez says, but you took the shot on too early. Good work from Enzo, but if he had a bit more confidence to have a bit more hold-up play, because he's nicked the ball there off of Saliba, and if he had the hold-up play. But again, like you see the Chelsea players, they're not arriving quick enough for me. It's not good enough. Why is Palmer not on? What's wrong with Palmer? We're hearing that he's got the shits. And I'm not even bantering. I'm hearing he's got the shits. I'm hearing he's got the runs. They said injury, but I think he was saving him the embarrassment. I've heard he's got the shits. Yeah, bad away record as of recent. No wins in 6. No, I predicted the 1-1 draw here today. It could still happen, but fuck me. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The vibes are going to be down. The views are going to be down. Yeah. Pedro Neto trying to keep it in. He puts that one out for a throw-in rather than a goal kick at least. Now we can hopefully put a little bit of pressure on Arsenal. And when we look at our bench, we do have a few more options than usual. But, yeah. This is what we need to be doing. We need to be battling in midfield, winning the ball, committing to challenges. That one there has been given as a foul on Trossard from Fofana, but we'll have to see it again. Yeah, but he's not meant to do anything there. He does catch Trossard. It is a foul, but that's about it. I don't think you can appeal for much or much more than the foul because, you know, this is football. It's a contact sport. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a contact sport. Fuck's sake. Come on, Chelsea. I need something to happen. No, whips in. It goes all the way to the far post. Kukurea. Again, we're getting into their final third in this moment, but not really doing anything. Nothing creative. And it will get to a point where we start limiting ourselves to long shots, things like that. Yeah, again, nothing. Nothing there. What minute are we in? 28th. Come on, Chelsea. The game's quieting down now from both sides as well. It's not just, you know, Chelsea not doing anything. Arsenal haven't been as creative, but... Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Come on, Chelsea. Come on. Come on. Yeah, the chat not happy with Chelsea at this moment in time. No intent to penetrate their defence. Is it no intent? Or is it just not having the class there? And we're living life dangerously, you know. A few reckless challenges going in here. Surprised there hasn't been more Chelsea players in the book. That one from Colwell there. The studs are up. You know. Look, I'm not going to be biased. It's a yellow. It's not more than a yellow. But you're living life dangerously. That's what you're doing. No, I think that is a yellow. Chat are saying, how the fuck's that a yellow? I think that is a yellow. You know, it's one of them where it's like, if I'm being deadly serious... then would I be wanting a yellow if that was against a Chelsea player? I have to say, yeah. Not counting the Enzo shot. No, I wouldn't really count the Enzo shot. I'm not going to... When we do a post-match review, I'm already going to talk about that Enzo shot. Ball whipped in again. Nervy again. And out for a corner again, maybe. No. Arsenal. Keep it in. It's out for a throw-in, to be fair. Yellow all day long. Thing is, mate, he gets the yellow, but Partey did something similar, but didn't get one. Yeah? Yeah. Well, I'm not debating that. Not debating it. I'm just saying on the individual... yeah, just seeing a text coming from Josh. He's not too happy with the way things are going. Oh... What would you do? I mean, we've got 15 minutes until half time. What would you do? Urgent changes are needed. God, mate. When Nicholas Jackson came out of this side, we dropped off massively. And I'm not claiming we're to beat Arsenal. Look, we drew 1-1 of them at Stamford Bridge. But the build-up play, once you get past the defence, like, so I'm including the midfield and the front line, that build-up play was significantly better with Nicholas Jackson, because he's a player that can take a ball on the turn, take his man out the game, and then the runners are runners. They're not the ones tasked with doing that. So at the minute, say for example, you got Pedro Neto there, yeah? Okay, yeah, he can attempt to run in behind Saliba and whatnot, but he needs to get that pass on for him. Nicholas Jackson, whether he was scoring or not, one thing he's very good at is taking the ball with a defender round the back of him and being able to turn that defender and take him out of the game. Then all of a sudden, the runners, which, you know, at the time would have been Palmer, Madueke, Sancho, Pedro Neto himself playing but in a wider position, then you can get at teams. And that's why I said we were such a good counter-attacking team early on in the season. But yeah, now the ability to counter-attack seems like it's been forgotten by this Chelsea side, if I'm being completely honest with you. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like we don't play with that feeling that we belong in these sort of games. And we need to. We really need to. Fuck's sake, man. This is just pissing me off. Playing the ball round the back, but I just feel like it's only a matter of time until we fucking give the ball away when you're doing that. Do you know what I mean? Because you're not Buddy Shield there. Again, giving the ball away. Fuck's sake. Here we go, Arsenal attack. Martinelli being allowed to get another shot off. Can't string 3 passes together. Yeah. Even Buddy Shield, once you've made that mistake, try as hard as you can to make up for it. Oh, now they're talking about Enzo and fuck off! The way these players go to the ground screaming, like... Fuck off. Oh my god! What is that? Stop fucking giving the ball away! Ipswich play out better from the back than this. I'm not even bantering. They do. Good from Caicedo there. Good retention on Cucurella. Just give the ball to the better players. Give the ball to Enzo, Caicedo, Cucurella. And hope for the best. Reece in there as well. Now Sancho out on that right wing. He's been forced all the way wide. It's gone back to Reece. It will probably go back to the defence. See, even that ball there to Cucurella is too slow. It's too slow. The pace of the ball isn't enough. You're going to give players enough time to get into the positions they need to be and the places they need to be to defend any potential attack. And let's be honest, they're hardly going to be that fearful of our attacks at the moment anyway. This is not good play from Chelsea in this first half here. It's pissing me off, man. I have been positive and optimistic and whatnot, and I still am about this match. Like, look, we're only 1-0 down. I'm not going to write off the chances that we can come back into this match. Am I seeing signs that we're going to? No, not really. I'm not seeing those signs, but I'm not writing off the potential that we're able to come back into this match. I'd never do that. You know, Man United have loads of games like this. They got a draw against Arsenal. They have loads of games like this where they just get dominated and then they get a lucky goal or whatever and sit in and come back into the game. So would a 1-1 draw surprise me? No, it wouldn't. But what I'm saying is you want to see more from this. And the reason I was still being fairly optimistic against Copenhagen and them lot was I was going, look, and against Southampton, you know, and that was a decent enough win. But I look at them games and I'm like, look, okay, these teams are shit, whatever. We've got way more class than them. But at the same time, I know that when I spar someone shit, I spar shit. And when I spar a good professional boxer, here we go, chance in Kunku. Hit that Kukurao on the volley. Oh! Ooh, very, very close from Kukuraya. Kukuraya, first time on the volley. David Raya gets hands to it, almost looking like he's trying to hold it from his fellow Spaniard. And it's just wide, out for a Chelsea corner. Basically, the point I was trying to say is I thought that when the level of opposition upped, we would up our performance. So far, we haven't. Poor corner from Pedro Neto, straight into the hands of David Raya, who releases it quick for an Arsenal counter-attack. Here we go. Let's have some fun. Pass it back to Robert Sanchez. Let's see how he does. Not a decent pass. Not a half bad pass that time, to be fair. Again, there, straight away. Another opportunity for us to give away the ball. We were lucky to not give it away there. But at least Chelsea showing a little bit of ambition towards the end of this first half. Pedro Neto out on the wing here. He cuts all the way inside. Long run. He wants the 1-2 played. Kukuraya on the left-hand side. Whip that in. Yeah. Against Arsenal's defence. A lot of tall lads. It's going to be very hard to win that ball there. But Chelsea are playing a little bit more lively in this last 5 minutes. I'll give them that. Not enough. Not enough. I'm not saying I'm happy with it. But we've livened up a little bit. The front line's very much like interchanging throughout this match, but not in a good way. You know how like Man City used to do it, and it used to be like Sterling would be over on the left one side, then he'd be on the right, then he'd be through the middle, whatever. Everyone would be switching, changing, and he'd be working well from. Our front line's kind of doing that a little bit in this game, but not in the greatest of ways. But at the same time, it's like, well, look, if things aren't working, maybe try different things. And maybe that's a sign of us at least trying to be proactive rather than reactive, just not having the ability to do so. But that's what pisses me off, man. Caicedo, Enzo, I feel like we've got the ability. Kukureya's a great player. He's just literally won the Euros. I feel like we do have the ability in there. It's just the senior figures we don't have. And then you see this week we've spent, 70 million on two players. I think the older one was 20, the younger one was 17 or whatever. Do I know them? No. Do I care about the signings? No. Arsenal goal kick. That should have been a Chelsea corner. Joey, we can hear your commentary, by the way. Just saying, because you said to let you know. Oh, okay. Turn it down a little bit. I think that can get you in trouble or something, but yeah, it's one of them. Stream ain't been taken down yet. We got a few hundred viewers in here. Hit a like on the stream. It helps. It helps the stream get out there when you hit a like on it. And obviously, yeah. You know, you're not hitting a like on the Chelsea performance, but hit a like if you want us to improve. There you go. Yep. Ball straight on there. Here we go, Pedro Neto, but he's just took it too far. We've got a Chelsea corner here, though. That's something. It will need to be better than the last corner. It looked like Pedro Neto and Enzo Fernandez want to take this one quickly. No, I don't think they're going to get the chance. It's going to be Pedro Neto to whip the ball in. We need a good delivery here. Need a good delivery. Neto. That's good from Enzo to take it down. Back to Caicedo. Now we've got the ball with Reece. Up to the wing, Cucurella. Arsenal happy to have men behind the ball at this moment in time, you know. They know that Chelsea are there to be, I say caught on the counter, you know, even drawn into defensive mistakes. So they're happy enough with that. They're 1-0 up. They'll be happy to see this out till half time, and if we present them with an opportunity, they'll go for it. But that's a bit better pass there from Reece James, trying to actually break the lines a little bit. If he can get himself into a position anywhere near goal, I'd like to see Reece James just fucking have a pop. But I rate David Raya big time, man. You know, the start of my YouTube journey, right, began with one video banging, right? So I was making content, we were getting like nothing. 60 views, 80 views, 200 views. But then the next one would just get like 40 views. So it wasn't like there was a slow incline. Then all of a sudden I'd done a video and it got 55,000 views, which was huge for the channel. And it was how Mauricio Pochettino can transform Chelsea or something along those lines. Good pass there to Cucurella. Anyway, long and short of it is I said we need to go out and sign a new goalkeeper. This was before Poch had come in. And I suggested, and he was at Brentford at the time, David Raya. I said, David Raya from Brentford, we should go get him. Obviously, in the end, Arsenal went on to get him, and the rest's history. He's obviously gone there and done fantastic and won all those trophies. Oh, no, well, he hasn't won any trophies, has he? They haven't won any trophies, have they? But, shot there, over the bar. Left-footed effort from Enzo Fernandez. Esteval won't save us. We need a good keeper and a good centre-backs. Oh, Nkunku's down. What a shame. Yeah. Am I bothered if he comes off? Not really. Would I rather have Tyreek George on? Probably. Yes, definitely, actually. Ray was a Chelsea fan, really? I didn't know that. Alan Smith is pissing me off. On Sky, typical bias schooner. Reece isn't doing anything, no, but he's still one of our better players. Better, I say. You know, it is what it is. We ain't even got that much to be better, but... Can she get to them drawers? Yeah, she can get to them drawers. My missus needs to get my daughter's clothes out of some drawers, but she can wait till half time. And no, she's not coming on camera. We don't have that round here. Fofana down. It seems like he's maybe hurt his back or his hand there. Has he landed awkward? Oh, it is an awkward landing. Oh. That don't look good for Fofana. Hey, Joey, looking for forward, I'm guessing, to the latest Joey and Josh. Best podcast on YouTube. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that, bro. Really appreciate that. Yeah, me and Josh have done a part 1 of a 2-part podcast about the disappearance of Madeleine McCann. Part 1, we talk about the timeline of events, whether those events, you know, match up, whether that timeline can be trusted. Talk about the parents, their You know, possible neglect, evident neglect in my opinion, but possible involvement also. And then in part 2, we go on to more shit basically. Does the missus watch your videos? No, my missus don't watch none of my content. In fact, sometimes it'd be sat on the sofa and I know she's on her social media app scrolling, and I hear my voice and it comes on for like a half a second and just stops. So she's just scrolled straight past it. So yeah, she don't listen or watch none of my shit. She's not a fan. But then she's not a hater. She's just not a fan. There you go. Ooh, there was a half chance there for Chelsea. Still love your first one about the Nutty Sisters getting run over on a motorway. Yeah, that was a good podcast, man. Arsenal ball, it's in. Sanchez comes diving for it again, but gets it nowhere. If you're going to come diving for it, get it out. Now, break on Arsenal. Come on, let's go. What are we doing? We've not got men forward. Fuck! We went from the best counter-attacking team in the Premier League at the start of this season to now the worst. Oh! I'm gonna lose my head. I'm gonna lose my shit. Oh dear. Left us on a cliffhanger with that episode today, bro. Yeah, don't worry. Next episode's out Sunday. If you become a member, I think you get it as soon as Thursday or Friday. And if you become a member of the Joey and Josh podcast, not only do you get the episodes a day or two, I think 2 or 3 days earlier than they get released on YouTube, you also get an exclusive live stream from us every week, a 1-hour live stream every week where the members can get in the chat and we'll both answer questions, speak about the latest episodes, whatever you want to talk about, really. So yeah, why'd you do true crime? It's a bit dark because we're both into true crime, both into it. Unpopular opinion, Timo Werner is better than Nkunku. Do you know the definition of unpopular opinion? It's not an unpopular opinion. Why is that an unpopular opinion? Timo Werner and Nkunku came from the same team. They were both banging in goals for that team, obviously at different times. And did Werner come from Salzburg or Leipzig? I think Salzburg. Leipzig, sorry. It was Leipzig. So they came from the same team, and then they came to Chelsea. Werner's done more at Chelsea than Nkunku ever did. So it's one of them. Right. Babe? You ready? Knock. And then I'm going to cover the camera. You've got to knock on the door, then I'm going to cover the camera. So I've got to get back to my position. Just wait. Oh. Right. Right, people, half time. I'm going to give you my thoughts. But while I give you my thoughts, you're going to look at this picture of Shrek. Okay? Just watch the picture of Shrek. Right, go on in, come in. There you go. So that's a picture. No, you don't come in, baby. That's a picture that my daughter drew of Shrek. Right, halftime thoughts. My halftime thoughts are that we're playing fucking shit, to be honest. We livened up a little bit in the last sort of 5 minutes or so of that half. Are you out? Good. There we go. Sorry, people. My missus was in the room, and she's not allowed on camera. So, Brighton, is this a derby? Brighton? What, Chelsea against Brighton? Nah, not a derby for me, mate. Not a derby for me. Yeah. Someone's asked, are we cooked? I don't know. We're shite. I'd pick Lampard as our coach over Maresca. Yeah. I don't know if I'd agree with that. to be completely honest with you. But Lamps is doing well, man. Listen, if Coventry end up in the playoff spaces, that'd be great. George for Nkunku, yep, I'd have that right now. Wow, your daughter's an artist, yeah. Is that a picture of you and Joey? Shrek is making it better. Lovely picture. I'd say terrific little picture of Shrek, that. Yeah, no, I just had to hold it over the screen because I don't want misses on camera. Tell me your thoughts on Sanchez. My thoughts on Sanchez is that he's fucking shit. He's rubbish. No wonder Brighton got rid of him. He is rubbish, Robert Sanchez. And he's played rubbish in this game so far. Most chances lead... Most mistakes or most errors leading to goals, he is top of the list in the Premier League this season. He hasn't even started every match in the Premier League this season. If I have a look now at Sanchez's stats, Robert Sanchez stats, this is our 29th league game. He started 24 of them, so there's been 5 games there that he hasn't started in the league this season, Robert Sanchez, and he's still top when it comes to most errors leading to goals. Super chat come in from Leonardo. Thank you very much. It's only 1-0. I'll be happy with a draw. I said before the game I predicted a 1-1 draw. However, I predicted that we'd play a little bit better. I thought we'd do a little bit better than we've done here. We've been dominated in that first half, let's be honest. But, you know, last 5 minutes or so, maybe giving me a little bit more optimism. Let's look at the bench, people. I will prioritise the super chats. Any super chats I will read out immediately. You can get your shout outs. You can get any random questions in. The rule of thumb on a live stream from this channel is you can ask absolutely anything. Absolutely anything in the super chat, and I'll give you an answer, whether I want to answer that question or not. I get asked some weird stuff in the super chat sometimes, but if a super chat, I'll always answer it. So, there you go. Looking at our bench now. Fuck me. We are dire in terms of attacking threat to be able to bring on. Tyrek George we've got on there. Keenan Dewsbury Hall, no thank you. He scored in the last game, but no thank you. Malo Gusto maybe as a winger I'd have on there. That's about it from what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? What real changes there do you want to see? I'd have Romeo Lavia on the pitch, but it's not. That's just because I think Romeo Lavia is a good player. It's not because I'm like, oh, well, that's an area that we're not doing enough. Really, it's the front line and the service to the front line. So, yeah, man. Someone said they're usually positive right along with you, Joey, but there's nothing in this game to be positive about. It's very, very bad. Yeah. It's very, very bad. It's very, very bad. Listen, I'm getting a lot of cool Joshes in here. I'm in the studio with Josh straight away after this. You're going to get Josh's thoughts. As soon as the game finishes, I wrap up the stream and I jump straight in my car to go to the studio. Just looking back at the goal there. I don't even know if Moreno meant to score with that or meant to flick it on and someone head it in at the back stick or whatever. But either way, Robert Sanchez, poor positioning. And there's certain ones there like, look, I don't want to be one that sits and just bangs on about the board of directors constantly and the ownership, obviously, and in the bigger grand scheme of things, because it's something. It's like me having a feature about myself that I didn't like and I couldn't change, right? Or I wasn't willing. I couldn't change. It's like me having the hump that I'm only 5'6", and every day of my life going, I wish I was 6 foot. It can't change. Do you know what I mean? So when we're banging about the ownership, yeah, good. Protests against them are good, stuff like that's good. But We can't change them at this moment in time, and that's why I don't bang on about them too much. But when I look there at the goal we've conceded today, no one in this chat can tell me that Petrovic concedes that goal. Petrovic saves that. Enzo's tactics. Super chat here from Zed Kachua, thank you very much for the super chat. Enzo's tactics are too one-dimensional. Yeah, so far in this game they have been. I have said about the front line has sort of been interchanging throughout the match. It's probably gone unnoticed a little bit. We've seen times when Jadon Sancho's on the right-hand side, moves over to the left-hand side. Pedro Neto through the middle, sometimes then moves over to the right-hand side. So they have been interchanging a little bit, but what good is it if it's not doing no good? And is it doing no good? No. Another super chat just come in from Jags, 199. Thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really appreciate it. Shout out, Jags. All of the super chats I will get to. So if you got them, get them in before the start of the second half because it's about to begin. It's never been more obvious we lack a striker. ICL. Which, for those of you who are my age, what the kids say, I can't lie. Yeah, of course it has. Never been more obvious. If Mark Yu was there, I'd be starting him in this game. We ain't even got Miuka on the bench, have we? Have we even got Shun Miuka on the bench? No. No. We haven't even got him on the bench. So we've got no one. Tosin Adarabioyo, Trevor Chalobah, Malo Gusto, Joshua Changpong. All on the bench, all defenders. Although Malo Gusto, you could probably play in a more progressive role forward a little bit more. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, I think he'd just get overrun by this Arsenal midfield. Romeo Lavia, I think, is an option on there. Maybe, looking at the team now, maybe, I mean, who'd you bring Romeo Lavia on for? Would you bring him on for Reece James? Would you... I'd maybe take Benoit Badiashile off, put Wesley Fofana into the middle with the free when Cucurella pushes forward, put Reece James on the right side of the free where Wesley Fofana has been sort of occupying. So when it is a free and Cucurella's pushing forward, I'm talking Levi Colwell on the left, I'm talking Wesley Fofana in the middle, and Reece James on the right-hand side. Then bring Romeo Lavia on for Benoit Badiashile, stick Romeo Lavia next to Moises Caicedo in the middle, and then, yeah, for the front line, maybe bringing Kunku off, stick Tyrick George on in there. That's about it, man. That's about it in terms of all I could say that we've got the ability to do in this second half, really. We need more height. Yeah, we do. Need more girth. Crime video today. Yep, it was a true crime video up on Joey and Josh. It went up at 11 a.m, something like that. So, yeah. As a sub, I'd make it half time. I'd sub Robert Sanchez off and sub Jorgensen on. Do you remember Mikel Arteta did it? Do you remember that? Mikel Arteta did that, you know, with Ramsdale. He subbed Rambo off and David Raya on at half time once. I'd do it. I would do it if I was Enzo Maresca. I'd sub Robert Sanchez off and put Jorgensen on. Neto would have scored if he had had some service. My auntie would have been my uncle if she'd had a set of bollocks. So, you know what I mean? It's one of them. Put Reece up top. Yeah, that suggestion always seems to come out, to be fair. 55% possession means nothing. We've been shit. We ain't created nothing. We've been rubbish. I think the probably most exciting part of today has been the Shrek drawing from my daughter, which isn't... It's not a bad drawing. The colouring's not great, but it's not a bad drawing, is it, really? It's not bad. While we're talking about things as interesting as this game, and this is your chance, people, get the super chats in. I'll answer anything. anything. I'm getting questions about body counts, what age I took the V plates off. But while we're talking about things that are just as interesting as this game, one of my, why would I call it a guilty pleasure? I was about to call it a guilty pleasure. One of the things I love in life, and I love dearly, are bath bombs. And my daughter went and bought me a few bath bombs yesterday. She's 3 years old. She didn't buy them. She used, well, I in effect bought them. Do you know what I mean? But a couple of bath bombs, which is good for my training. I've got a fight coming up, April 12th. If anyone's up for it, come. It's in Derby, which is an hour and 20 minutes from King's Cross on the train. It's in Derby. I'll obviously be out after the fight, having beers with everyone, having a few drinks. So if you want to come along to the fight, then you can get tickets through me. Message me on Instagram saying you want tickets, and you can come along and watch me fight in Derby. I'm fighting a former 5-time world champion kickboxer in Andy Howson. And yeah, it'd be good, man. Like, it'd be a war. It'd be a proper tear-up. Not like the last fucking fight when I had to chase the fella around the ring for fuck knows how long. And, just shitter. Like, it'd be a good one. It'd be a good fight. This would be a good fight, this one coming up. Joey, you little tart. Bath bombs. Listen, little tart, you should see me training, mate. A bath bomb is an essential. When you train as hard as I am, I was on the treadmill doing sprints at 15 mile per hour earlier on. You know what I mean? And I'm not on about 20-second bursts either. I'm on about prolonged periods at 15 mile per hour. Sprints, interval runs, yeah? Interval sprints. A bath bomb is a must. God, that's the most animated I've been all day. You got this one, Joey. You're the GOAT. Thank you very much, bro. I appreciate that. Can I get a plane ticket as well? No. Sorry. Linus, back in with the super chats. Thank you very much, Linus. Really appreciate that, bro. I couldn't really pay attention to the stream as I'm at the pub. But what are you thinking? The last 20 minutes, we've been looking motherfucking strong. How many you had at the pub? How many beers? Chat, let's have a guess. How many beers has Linus had? Linus, I'll be honest with you, mate. We've looked a little bit better than we did in the first 25, in the last 20, but we've not been looking strong, in my opinion. We've looked a little bit better. But I appreciate the super chat, Linus. I hope you're having a good time in the pub. But yeah, nah, we've not played well. We're going to need to be so much better in this second half. Would I ever consider bare knuckle? Well, being that, you know, the face is good, the women like it, it would make me not want to consider bare knuckle. But I did get asked the other day, potentially, if I'd be up for doing bare knuckle. So there you go. Timer's back on. Second half's kicked off. I did get asked whether I'll be up for doing bare knuckle, which I just gave a really, really high fee for. I said, yeah, but it would take me this much money. So there you go. Sam Chapman, thank you very much for the super chat, Sam. Sanchez must have Maresca's dick pics. Get George on. If Maresca and Sanchez did have those pictures, I'd just let him blackmail me and release him just to get him out of the team. $5 pints at least. Some people saying 10 or more. Linus only had 4 yet, I think. Good man. Have sing a few pints for me, Linus, because I'm not able to drink any beers at the moment because I'm in camp and I'm on it. Or more specifically, I'm not on it. You know? I'm trying to... Well, I haven't had a drink in quite a long time. Quite a long time now. I haven't had a beer or anything for... Odegaard. There you go, buddy. A shield gets in there first. That's better than nothing. No changes from either manager at half-time. Again, to clarify, Not liking what I've seen so far. Would I rather have a bag of crisps or Sanchez in goal? Depends what crisps. Really does. Really does. Because obviously, yeah, if you're just talking salt and vinegar McCoys, then no, you'd rather have Sanchez. But I think if you're on about those, those monster munches, they're quite big. Like, at least they're a presence. You know what I mean? They could maybe have stopped that header from the corner. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Another corner for Arsenal here, by the way. 47th minute in. Sanchez, stop focusing on Thomas Partey. Focus on the corner that's coming in. Because if he does something that commits a foul, then we'll back VAR to rule it out. Do you know what I mean? Ball cleared from the corner. Odegaard offside, right? Chelsea. Finally a chance to get on the ball, see if the half-time team talk's done anything. Been 2 minutes before we've had a chance to even get a bit of possession, and Arsenal pressing us hard from the start here straight away. Don't tell me that ball's gone out of play. Here we go. Keep going. There's the ball to Neto. Nkunku makes the run, but Badiashile passing it backwards. Arsenal doing a very good job here of limiting the supply from the defence to the midfield. And that ball forward by Enzo Fernandez can't be chased, obviously, by Pedro Neto because he was in an offside position, but Sancho could have gone after it. He's not the quickest. Now Arsenal got it back. And again, right, I said about, like, obviously, us missing Nicholas Jackson big time. I feel that the whole season, one of the worst moves from the board this season, one of the most unforgivable moves of the board this season was letting Petrovic go out on loan. Letting Petrovic go out on loan is awful. How many more points would we have on the board? Like, guaranteed points on the board had Petrovic not gone out on loan this season. I'm thinking, and this is a pessimistic guess, as much as 10 extra points on the board. Mad to think that, innit? As many as 10 points more, I think we'd have on the board. And I'm not saying every single problem Chelsea have has come down to the fact that Robert Sanchez is not good enough and Philip Jorgensen does not have the trust, the belief, or, in Enzo Maresca's opinion, the ability to be the number one. But I believe, given the chance to work with Petrovic, he would have had. Selling Conor Gallagher, that's a good shout. I mean, selling Conor Gallagher to try and get the Samu or Meridian deal done might have ended up being a masterstroke. But then when that didn't happen, and they still needed to sell him, pure profit, and we had to take a player, they go, oh, well, João Felix done well here, first time round. And yeah, João Felix, I like João Felix. He'll be back at Chelsea next season. I've got a soft spot for João Felix. I like João Felix. João Felix would be a better option than Nkunku right now on the pitch, wouldn't he? Chat, tell me if I'm wrong. Would João Felix be a better option than Nkunku? But the point I'm trying to make overall is we didn't need João Felix. It wasn't like Enzo Maresca was banging on the fucking door of the board saying, go get us João Felix. You didn't want him. You might have wanted Samuel Meridian, but Sanchez to Saudi is the dream transfer for every Chelsea fan. Bottling the Osman transfer. I don't know if we did bottle it. We were in for Osman multiple times, weren't we? Maybe we bottled it every time. But we were in for Osman multiple times. Sometimes I think, if you're in for a player that many times, it doesn't happen. Maybe it was never going to happen, sort of thing. But I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Petrovic proved himself. New gaffer comes in and changes both our team and Petrovic's trajectory. I understand that to an extent. Petrovic playing at a lower level right now. Obviously, in Strasbourg, you know, the French league's nowhere near as good as the Premier League. Strasbourg are about a mid-table team in that league, but Petrovic still playing well week in, week out for Strasbourg. If you look at his ratings on SofaScore and whatnot, and read the odd match report here and there, I don't know. Is Mark Yu injured? Yes, he is. Yeah, Mark Yu's out for, I believe, the end of the season. The good news is that after the international break, fucking hell, look, Buddy Ashil giving away another corner there. Like, centre-backs that can play out from the back. I know you're under a bit of pressure, but you could have fucking took a touch here. You had no one around you. You could have took a touch and cleared it. Another corner, another opportunity for Arsenal to get one in from a set piece. And they're not crowding Sanchez as much this time, which is interesting. It almost seems like they're going to go really long with it and try and head it back across. But now they all run towards the centre of the box. Now Chelsea need to break, and we need to be good with this break. Come on. Come on. Fuck's sake! Neto challenged. He's appealing for a foul, but good defending there to get across. Cut it out for an Arsenal throw-in. But we should have had the opportunity to break there, and we didn't. Buddy Ashil, not a bad ball there to Enzo Fernandez. What is that? Foul. Come on. Let's get on with it quick now. Let's get on with it quick. This ref, I remember him. He was the fucker that refed us for Chelsea against Crystal Palace and cost us points. Right, Reece is down. He looks like he's injured. It was a bad challenge, to be fair. And they're the sort of ones there, yeah. I did kind of think, like, why? I didn't realise it was Reece going to the ball. And I did kind of think, like, why aren't you steaming in there to try and get that ball? And I remember, like, that's the kind of one that since Reece has come back, you see them last-ditch, real, you know, final push challenges. They're the ones that he kind of shies away from a little bit, because I think he understands that with the injuries, it's maybe not the best idea at times. Fuck's sake. Sanchez, is he the worst goalkeeper in Chelsea's history? Is he? Nah, we've got to have had worse. Hilario weren't great. No, he weren't worse than Sanchez. Hilario, actually. Who have we had that's been worse than Sanchez? In my lifetime, who have we had that has been worse than Robert Sanchez? I'm reluctant to give an answer, you know. I'm reluctant to give an answer. I can't remember too many worse goalkeepers we've had. I mean, some people might speak about Mark Bosnich, because, you know, Arsenal in the attack here. Yeah, Mark Bosnich weren't a great goalkeeper for us. Ultimately, yeah, spent more time on the marching powder than he did on the field, to be honest. So, have we made any subs? No, 56th minute, no subs made just yet. Clearly, Enzo Maresca's liking what he's seeing. I'm fucking not. Cucurella wins it back off of Martin Odegaard, who's constantly complaining. Do you remember when Martin Odegaard was like that wonder kid, 15 years old or 14 years old? Real Madrid signed him, and there was like a bit of a big deal made about him. And then he went off the boil. I believe he went to, not off the boil, but he went under the radar. And people started to think that, oh, he won't be the next big thing. And I think he went to like Real Sociedad or somewhere like that. But they thought he was going to be like Messi. And obviously he has. He's become a top. He's not become a Messi or a Ronaldo or anything like that. But he's a world-class player, Martin Odegaard. He's not one of the top 10 best players in the world, is he? But he's a world-class player. So, you know. He first came on loan, didn't he, to Arsenal? Here we go, Chelsea attack. Long shot. That's what we're sort of resigned to now. Pedro Neto shooting from long. Because we've just got nothing there in terms of link-up play along the front line. Neil Sullivan was pretty bad. Yes. Caballero, but he was all right. Yeah, he was bad, but he was all right. You know what I mean? But yeah, Neil Sullivan, I'll go with Neil Sullivan. He was pretty shit. Chelsea look a lot more in this half. I don't know. Dead in the water saying I smell a goal, maybe. I hope so. Maybe I'm being negative. I'm not seeing all that much at the minute. Yellow card there for Wesley Fofana. I believe for kicking the ball away. I don't know what for. What was it for? Yellow card for throwing a ball back onto the pitch. Pathetic. World's gone mad. That's what they call art of woke nonsense, isn't it? Dangerous. Arsenal in the attack now. Oh no, for fuck's sake. Here we go, Martinelli. Nah, Kukure's got right side of him. Oh, or has he? Back to Martinelli. He'll whip one in here. Oh, no. Oh, what a save! What a fucking save from Robert Sanchez. Wow. Where's that come from? Fair play. Fair play to Robert Sanchez. Stopped us from going 2-0 down there. What a save. That was good. That was a very decent save. Come on, let's fucking break on them. That's that one bit. We were so good in that transition when we'd counter-attack on team and then... On team, sorry. And then just not. Now, this is where we need to be countering. This is where we need to be countering. There we go. Good. That's a good bit of play. Now just completely fucking... Corner. Chelsea corner. Nice. Good. Oh. There. Is it cutting out? Is it? Can you hear me? Right. We're all good. We're all good. We're all... Ah. Hello? Hello? I'm back. Right, sweet. That's when you need the big dog. That's when you need Joshua Beste. Oh, for fuck's sake! Shut up, Lionel, you nonce. Nah. We're getting lured into cheap fouls. Yeah, good point. But they're divers, aren't they? They're giving old Tom Daly a run for his money. But the mad thing is, and I'm saying this while Arsenal are on an attack, shot blocked. Again, ball whipped in. He should be offside. Fails to keep it in. Out for, I believe, a goal kick or a Chelsea throw-in. Did it cross the line? I think it's going to be a Chelsea throw-in. No, it's a goal kick. There we go. Look at that for a save from Robert Sanchez. That is a great save. Ball didn't cross the line. Great save. Really, really, really good. Good save from Robert Sanchez there. Yeah. You have to give him it. It's good. Good save. Now, look. Have we been any better in this second half? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't been as bad as we were in the first half hour or the first half or whatever. But better is a strong word. The game is neutralised a little bit maybe, but we've not been better. We've not been more creative. But while the game's still 1-0, there's still that possibility. There's still that chance. There's always still that chance. Ball retention's been better. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. Lavia still injured, but he's on the bench. So he's on the bench, so he should be on the pitch, really, shouldn't he? I don't know. Is that just me? We've been less crap. Yeah, good way of putting it. Good way of putting it. Arsenal chance here. They're in the box. Cutting it back, and it's saved and held as it should be from Robert Sanchez. I'm not going to give him all that much praise for that one because that's, you know, that is what it is and is what it should be. Should be saved there from Robert Sanchez. If you're a starting Premier League goalkeeper for Chelsea, I'm not going to, you know. I tell you what, from Martin Odegaard there, he stopped a counter-attack. He gets none of the ball, all of the man. Yellow card. 2 right. Come on, Chelsea. We ain't beat Arsenal here since we rocked up with fucking Reece James and Lukaku and battered them 2-0. That's a long time ago. Feels like a very long time ago that Lukaku was a Chelsea player. Or Lukaku was a player scoring goals for Chelsea even. And we're 64 minutes in and still no changes. Where are the fucking substitutes? What are you seeing, Maresca, that I'm not seeing? Because what I'm not seeing is creativity. And yeah, alright, we ain't got that many on the bench. But fucking get Lavia on. Get Tyreek George on. Try something. Try something. I'd rather lose by 3 going for it. Do you know what I mean? Like, really going for it. Than lose by 1 and just not really, you know. Who would I put on for who? I'd sub Benoit Badiashile off for Romeo Lavia. Move Reece James from midfield into a back 3 as the right-sided centre-back with Fofana in the middle and Levi Colwill on the left. So I'd make that sub. Romeo Lavia for Benoit Badiashile. And then I'd put Tyreek George on for Christopher Nkunku. But if we were to get a penalty, then I think Enzo Maresca's most trusted penalty taker with Cole Palmer out of the team is probably Christopher Nkunku. I think he'd trust him more than he'd trust Enzo Fernandez. I'd be comfortable Enzo Fernandez taking it, but, you know. And maybe, I know this sounds like a weird one. Shouldn't be. Maybe I'd have Malo Gusto on for Jadon Sancho. Maybe. I do think. Do you know what I mean? I do think. Fuck yeah, now. Foul there on Caicedo from Party. Again, as you say, like, you might look at ball retention, possession and whatnot and say Chelsea are doing a little bit better in the second half, but I need us to be doing better than that because we're 1-0 down. And you can say, yeah, we're doing a little bit better. We're not threatening. We're not creating. There's been nothing, has there? Has there really been anything to get excited about? Close calls, close opportunities. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, God. I felt like I nearly had a heart attack there. Chest pain. Oh. Okay, no. A real pain in my heart there. No. Oh. Odegaard to Martinelli. Martinelli running at the defence. Badiashile gets across and better than putting it out for a corner, I suppose, gets it out for a throw-in. How many shots on goal for Chelsea right now? Not many that I can think of. Obviously, a couple of, like, very wide ones or high ones in terms of Pedro Neto, Enzo Fernandez. Both had attempts. Did Cucurella have an attempt? Yeah. But yeah, not many. Not many. And no subs going into the 70th minute. Lewis Skelly brought down on the edge of the area. Fucking hell. Free kick in an awkward position. And he's brought down by Fofana, who's already on a yellow. The ref's got a good look at it. He hasn't given the card. The Arsenal players would have wanted the red card, but ref's not giving it. I don't think he's going to send him off, so we're all right for a second. Let's see how this free kick goes. Fuck me, man. See, I do this, and then I'm going to go and do a podcast with Josh talking about the game. Like, what's there to really talk about? We ain't done much. We ain't done much. Fofana in crash out mode. You've got to remember, he's only just come back, hasn't he? He's only just come back and he's straight into the thick of it. He's straight into the mix. Big game. Arsenal very much happy to take their time here. At this point, I'm hoping for a point. Do you know what I mean? I'd bite your hand off for a point now. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Declan Rice to the free kick. At the wall. Out for a corner. Brilliant. Come on, man. Where are the subs? Oh, mate, my thoughts exactly. Where are the fucking subs? Ignorance is bliss, and youth and naivety sometimes can pay off. Just get Tyreek George on. Get Tyreek George on, mate. The thing is, it can be done. A smash and grab can be done. What about what Man United did to Man City earlier on in the season? I'm not saying Man City have had a great season, but look where Man United are in other seasons gone by. Fucking hell. Like, that points tally in other seasons gone by. How many points are Man United on? Man United are on 34 points, yeah? West Ham went down on 42 points once. Do you know what I mean? That's 8 points more than Man United have got right now. And if you say to me, the Man United get 8 points in 10 games, then yeah, of course. But what I'm saying is, they ain't been great. They had a smash and grab against Man City. It can be done. It can be done. They don't have a striker who's scoring them goals. Højlund's a flop. But it can be done. So, play like that. Good work there from Reece James. Getting Declan Rice off the ball, winning the goal kick for us. We need Lavia on. Because he's one that can transition. You know what I mean? Take the ball, turn someone, set us on a counter-attack. Cucurella with the ball back over the top, but we're kind of hitting and hoping now. You know, we look like we've run out of ideas. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think we look like... It doesn't feel to me like there's something coming. And maybe that, you know, maybe I'm wrong on that, and hopefully that means that there is, and the irony will show. Dark Knight, Super Chat, thank you very much, bro. Just wanted to say I enjoy these streams a lot. You're one of the most down-to-earth YouTubers. Who was one of the nicest YouTubers you met, and who was mean? Dark Knight, thank you very much for the Super Chat, bro. Really appreciate that. Dark Knight is someone that is always in the chat and watching the videos and commenting. Just quickly, before I get to that, which I will... Subs coming on now. We're seeing Tyreek George and Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. Tyreek George, I would assume, coming on for Jadon Sancho, is it? Yes. And as for Kiernan Dewsbury Hall, coming on for Nkunku. There you go. So, don't think that he'll be playing centrally, Kiernan Dewsbury, or we might be on the wing again. Dark Knight, to go back to the Super Chat. Who was one of the nicest YouTubers I met? Obviously, I'm going to say Brian, True Geordie, but that's boring because you don't know he's my pal. And obviously Josh. Nicest, George Benson, I'd never met. And then when I met him, got on really, really well with George. Did a podcast with him and then went to Chelsea against Burnley, I believe it was, with him. Yeah, George Benson was a legend. Other YouTubers who's been nice, like big YouTubers that I've met. Who is a big YouTuber? I mean, not that you'd call them YouTubers, but like Danny Murphy, Anton Ferdinand, them lot. When I was doing weekly podcasts for them, they were both cool. Like, I really like Anton. Me and him get on well. Danny Murphy was a legend. don't like stay in contact with him or anything, but he was a legend. He's a nice bloke. That was for a YouTube show, but they weren't YouTubers. Who was mean in terms of who didn't I like YouTube-wise? I can't really think, right, of who haven't I liked. Well, I'll include Misfits in it, because obviously I've met a lot of people through Misfits and stuff as well. Who haven't I liked? Dean the Great. I think he's a cock. But I quite liked him when I met him, to be honest. But he's an idiot. I don't know, man, who I haven't liked. There's not really been anyone who I haven't liked. I've liked everyone. Joe Weller is a nice bloke. He's cool. Ed Matthews is cool. Trying to think of like popular YouTubey TikTok people and whatnot. Lee Gunner, never met him. Carefree Lewis, yeah, he's alright. Eunice, never met him. Like in person. Spoke to him obviously. Matisse is cool. Yeah, really like Matisse. James Alcott's nice. You'd have to jog my memory. Put people in there and I'll tell you. I've met most people. Most people I've met, so you can put them in there and I'll let you know whether they're cool. KSI, yeah, KSI is really nice. And after I lost a little cray, me and KSI had a good chat, and he was really nice to me. Troops, I've met Troops, yeah, he was cool. He was fine. I liked him. He said to me, and this was before I'd ever boxed on Misfits, Troops went to me, "You a boxer?" And I went, I was. And I said, I boxed for years, but I ain't boxed in years. And he was like, "Yeah, you look like a boxer." And I was like, "What's that mean then?" But yeah, Troops was cool. Carefree Lewis had it again. Yeah, I like Lewis. Lewis is cool. James Alcott was a nice bloke. Yeah. Expressions, never met him. Lee Judges, don't know who that is. Mudrick, I saw him. I was stood by him, but I didn't speak to him. Jan from Football Therapy, haven't met in person, but I do like him. Here we go, Chelsea. Looking to take a few more risks here. Son of Chelsea, never met him, but I like him. He's cool, rate his content. Astrid Wet, never met her. Fate Logan Paul, yes, he was a legend. Top bloke. Rodney, what a legend. Bonnie Blue, never met her. Beta Squad, don't know who's in Beta Squad. Tell me who's in it. Is Harry Pinero in it? I like him. I like Harry. Met him loads of times, done loads of podcasts with him. Joel Bayer, Coach Cams, all them lot. Johnny Minerals, never met him. Didn't know who that was until not long ago. I Show Speed, no, never met him. Any of the Sidemen, yeah, all of them, like KSI and all them lot, are all at the Misfit shows. So I've like, would you say met? Do you know what I mean? Would you say met him? Is Danny one of the Sidemen? I know Danny, obviously I train with him. Danny's trained by the same trainer I am, Danny Aarons. For those who don't know who Danny is. Danny's nice. Young Philly, never met him. Any of the old Kickoff crew? No. I've met Lawrence. I did a bit for Lad Bible. And Lawrence McKenna was there. And I had a chat with him and spoke with him. He was alright, yeah. Nothing, no major real interaction with Lawrence when I met him, but yeah, he was alright and said to me, "Oh, well done, looks like you're smashing it on the kickoff and whatnot." But yeah, apart from him, nah, I've never met none of the old Kickoff crew or Goldbridge, no. Diddy, never met him. Rory Jennings, no, never met him. Filthy Fellas lot, I don't really know. I've never watched the Filthy Fellas, so I don't really know who's on it or not. Mark Goldbridge, no, I've never met Mark Goldbridge. Danny features in their videos a lot. Yeah, Danny Danny Aarons is a legend. Here we go. Romeo Lavia on the pitch for Reece James. Last 10 minutes. Mashtag Brady. No, I've never met him. I'll tell you who I have met. Cole Anderson. He was cool. I liked him. Spoke to him. He's a legend. That Jack Joseph who knocks about with Cole, he was out in Saudi. I turned around and I was like, what's that Jack Joseph doing here? But I would have gone over and spoke to him and said, I like your videos. I find them funny. But there wasn't the moment. So, weren't going to force it. It didn't really come up and I wasn't with him. So, Ben Foster, no, I'd like to though. He's cool. Mashtag Brady, never met him. Your mate Joe Cole, yep. Joe Cole I've met good few times now. He's a legend. Frank Khalid, I know that name. Not a YouTuber, but Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Eddie's a nice bloke. Eddie's a nice bloke. Met Eddie a couple of times. Eddie's a really nice bloke. In person, well, alright. Funny bloke as well. Very funny. I like Eddie. Ben Shalom I've met. KSI, yeah, I've already said I've met KSI, what? I don't know. 3-4 times. In terms of, like, having a proper conversation with KSI, only really twice, I'd say, I've had, like, a conversation with him. But, yeah, after I lost a little cray-cray, he was very supportive of me, and we had a chat, and I said, obviously, because it's KSI's show, innit, really, Misfits, and I said, look, I'm appreciative for you having me on and whatnot, and, yeah, KSI's cool. Nice bloke. Very nice bloke. Brian from Newcastle. Yep, obviously. It's one of my best mates. Rory Jennings and the club guys. No, I've never met any of the ex-kickoff crew, or not them lot anyway. Never met any of them. How many Latina brasses have you met? I haven't done any Latina brasses. I haven't done any brasses. That's a lie. I done one in Amsterdam when I was about 18. But it's now or never for Chelsea. 84th minute. We need something. We need something. Have I met Turkey? No. Not like that. Here we go. Turk George. Ball's put to the back stick. It's Cucurella there with a header. Headed down into the palms of David Wright. Would be Cucurella with a header. Blue Van Man. Nah. Saeed TV. I believe he was in the studio once at Rio's place. So at Rio's place, I used to bump into a lot of people. Like at Rio's place, that's where I first met Danny Simpson, and then obviously met him again in Newcastle and whatnot. But yeah, like ex-footballers, Danny Murphy, Anton Ferdinand, John Obi Mikel came in one day. Loads of people like that. Rio Ferdinand himself obviously came in, met them all in there. What was the story behind the picture of you and Brian with the goats? We went to the farm. Me and Brian went to the farm with my daughter. Tosin Adarabayo and Malo Gusto coming on here. Buddy Ashil and I believe Pedro Neto coming off. Any non-UK YouTubers that stood out to you? Oh God, now you're asking me. I don't know. Vitali, he was like one of the original OGs of YouTube, wasn't he? I boxed on the same card as him, so I spent a bit of time around him. He's alright. He was cool. Ben vs Eubank Jr. Who you got? Eubank Jr. I hope Eubank Jr. wins. I want Eubank Jr. to win. And I used to be a big Conor Benn fan. I used to be a real big, like, not real big, like, not like a hardcore Conor Benn fan, but I used to like Conor Benn. Not saying I don't like him now, but I want Eubank Jr. to win that fight. We need something, man. We need to get And by the way, it will be getting lucky. Like, we've neutralised Arsenal a lot in this second half. We've been better, but is better the word, is what I'm always saying. We've been less shit. But, you know, like I said, if you can hold on and somehow scrape a 1-1 draw, that means we will have gained another point this weekend. And we won't have lost ground on Man City. They got a point at the minute. As it stands, we stand to gain no points. Do you know what I mean? So, if we could get a point out of this match, my God, I'd be over the fucking moon. Bro, what are you even talking about? What are you going on about? I'm reading out stuff from the chat. There's fuck all going on in the game. That's why there's a live chat. Here we go. Ball whipped in. Cleared. First Arsenal man. Gun to your head. Who wins the Champions League this year? Who wins it this year? I think I'd go with Real Madrid. If not, if PSG get past Villa, I'd say that PSG have a chance for some reason, because they look like more of a cohesive team this season than they ever have in their sort of Galactico era themselves. So PSG or Real Madrid for me. Who do you guys think? A few people saying Barca. Where's the big dog at? It is, but he's meeting me at the studio after this game, so I'll be leaving soonish. I've got a studio session that starts in an hour at 4:30. So at 4:30, me and Josh will get the camera rolling, get it running, and get a post-match review banged out for you guys. But how many of you are going to want to listen to us moaning and complaining? I don't know. Lentano, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you for the stream. Always a good watch. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Yeah, always get a question in if you're going to super chat, because I'd love to answer a question for you and all in return for the super chat. So thank you very much, Lentano. A few people saying Maresca out. Listen, my ambition was to finish 4th and win the Conference League. If we finish 4th and win the Conference League, we've met what I said was like what we should be getting out of this season. That's not like an overachievement, by the way. That's the bare minimum. I said that that's what we should be getting out of this season. So if we finish 4th and win the Conference League, then I'll evaluate where things stand. Do you know what I mean? But at the minute, no, I'm not liking what I'm seeing from Maresca ball. At the start of the season, I thought he looked great. At the minute, I think he looks shit. But I think that Maresca is the man that's in the firing line at the moment. It's not Maresca, is it? It's the decisions from the board. We spoke about this already. Here we go. Cucurella. Space to run into. No Chelsea player in the box as of right yet, but he whips it in. Come on, man. 4 minutes of injury time. We've got to get saying, Cucurella, there you go. Good fight for it. Come on. Come on. We need more than that. Slow. Arsenal happy to park the bus and see it through here. Chelsea need to muster something from somewhere, and it just ain't coming at the minute. That was shit. Goes down. Oh, fuck off. Get up. Get up. You know what? With how Chelsea are playing, just this throw-in for Arsenal. Officially, we got what? 3 minutes left here. 2-0 to Fulham, by the way. Sessegnon as well. Spurs bought him. officially, we got, what, like 2.5 minutes left here. That could be it now. That could be it. That could be it for the game. Could be. Benjamin, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Who would be your dream signing for Chelsea? Roman Abramovich. No, my dream signing for Chelsea right now, because I feel like we've got a good goalkeeper in Petrovic, and it looks like we're going to bring him back next season. I'd say dream signing right now, if we're going unrealistic, obviously just someone that would guarantee us goals like a fucking Kane or a Haaland or someone like that. If we're going realistic in terms of what we could get, maybe Gyökeres, Samu, a Meridian, yeah, maybe someone along those lines. A lot of people say like Nico Williams and whatnot. I think we need a number 9. We need an all-out number 9, because I believe that Jackson can play in the front line without being the number 9, and can offer just as much. Like, are you telling me that Jackson can't offer just as much on the left wing as a Nkunku has of recent? You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. So, dream signing, to answer your question, Benjamin. I'll try and answer it with a realistic answer. Maybe another Benjamin Šeško, Gyökeres, Samu Meridian, someone that can come in and get us goals. Joey, read the chat and stop talking about dream signings. I'm talking about it because it's a super chat. Super chats that get prioritised. And I'm watching a match as well, so... What a load of shit this has been, eh? So, me and Josh will go to the studio now. We'll review the game, but yeah. This could last 10 hours and we'd still not score. From Timinator, thank you very much for the super chat, mate. Really appreciate that. Yeah, you're right. It could. It could last 10 hours and we still wouldn't score. Siphon, I believe it is, £5 super chat. Thank you very much. I'm surprised no one has created a paint colour called Chelsea FC. Sit and watch it dry. You're right. You're right. That's full time, by the way, people. Shitter. Really, really shit. Later, Joey. Crap game, but had a great time on the stream. I appreciate that. I haven't had a great time on the stream. It's not been great, has it? It's not been great, has it? Yeah. It's another loss. Friendzone Rescuers men. It's a wimpy performance. Not much fight. No creativity. Nothing to get excited about in the whole performance. Really, really shit. Really gutted with that one. Yeah, man. Don't know what else to say about that. Thank you so much for the super chats that came in. Everyone that did tune in to the stream. Listen, we're very, very lucky at this moment in time that obviously the cup finals today, Newcastle ain't playing, Man City drew, and it means at this moment in time we stay in fourth. But when you look at Newcastle having a game in hand on us, and that game in hand, listen, it's against Brentford at home. That's a very, very winnable game. Then they play Leicester, you know. 2 winnable games for Newcastle. They could be pipping us very, very soon. We've got to go and get a performance against Spurs. If we don't perform against Spurs, fuck me, I don't know what to say. Last one I'll read out because it's a super chat, and I'll always read out the super chat. Entity's Realm, Maresca out, hasn't improved any player this year. Harsh, but Uzi improved. Enzo Fernandez has improved under Enzo Maresca, I'd say. But yeah, I can get why you'd feel depleted at the end of that. I definitely do myself. So yeah, nothing great to say about it. It's been shit. But I'm not calling for Enzo Maresca just yet. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck knows. Listen, I'm going to head off to the studio, do the post-match review with Josh. I'll get that up ASAP, and I will see you all once that's done. So make sure you're there for the post-match review. Me and Josh will try and lift the spirits a little bit. But yeah, we'll have to talk about the shambolic game. And then what I'll do is I'll put an Instagram story up now, and you can put some questions in there for me and Josh. So we'll get them read out in the post-match review.